Coming in just over 3,000 pounds dry, the ability to sleep 3 and 22 foot long. Folks, this is the 2021 Forest River Ozark 1660FQX. And if you're looking for a lightweight couples model, folks, this may be the one. As I said, coming in dry, this one comes over just 3,000 pounds, has a GVWR of just under 4,000 pounds. So what that means is if you have a mid-size to large SUV, a family driver, right? I have like a Kia Sorento. This would be perfect for it. As long as you have that package with it where you have 5,000 pound tow rating, this is an excellent RV. It's one of the reasons I love this one. I'm so glad that we're able to show it to you because it is perfect for a couple. It is lightweight and it lets you get out there. And even better, folks, it is at a killer price. For the show, this one is $18,425, which is just $4.55 a day. I'm telling you, that is less than my Starbucks Nitro, or my Nitro I got at Starbucks today. And that's it, right? And you get to get out, you get to start making those adventures, you get to use the vehicle you have. You don't have to go out and buy a big truck. You get amazing amenities like an AC, you have a furnace. We'll see the bathroom in a second. And again, this gets you outdoors, gets you spending time with each other. And especially in 2020, I know that, it's been a little tough, guys, but we get, when you get out there, you get to sit around the campfire and just relax, just let some of those worries and fears just kind of roll away. Maybe you want to get out and do some fishing together, some kayaking, some hiking. We're down here in Texas and I have seen some beautiful, absolutely beautiful state parks. Something like this you can take out there, use as a home base, take the kayaks out, do some of that backpacking, that hiking, be able to come back. This gives you the ability to do it. Let's start off right over here on the camp side. So what you'll notice, this is one of my favorite things I talk about. One of the big ones for me, especially in smaller RVs, is a campside dinette. Now, it's not a very large dinette, right? I mean, you can really only fit one person on either side. You'll see if you had two, it'd be a little cramped. If it's a smaller child, fine, but as two adults, it'd be a little tight here. But again, this is built for two people and it's perfect for it. You can sit right here, have conversation, have coffee together, eat breakfast, and be able to see out to your campsite. Or maybe you have a beautiful, view out the side. Again, depending on where you are, maybe it's a lake out the side, maybe, a little bit of ocean front, get some bay views right here. This gives you the ability to do it, and this is the view that I want. If you're at a standard campground, I want to look at my campsite, not out at my neighbors, and that's what this allows me to do right here. Nice big window too, and this does open up. If you don't want to run the AC, or maybe you don't have shore power, fine. Open up some windows. This gives you the ability to do it and get that ventilation coming through. Storage across the top, you can see that. The pulls, I'll open one up for you just to kind of give you an idea of storage. So good storage up there too. While we're up top, you can see LED lights. It's another big one. If you're going somewhere you don't have shore power, folks, 10 of these LED lights use about the same power as one of the old halogen bulbs. So you want to talk about energy efficient, this will definitely do it for you. You have a vent up top, and as we talked about earlier, the AC will be located there. If you want TV, this is where the TV will mount. They have a backer in the wall, so you know exactly where to put it. All the connections for it are right up top there. So that way you're good to go. This one is pre-wired for Wi-Fi too. So if you want the the connectivity when you're gone, maybe you have to have it for work and you want a portable office, this is another great option for it. You can have that hooked up. Now, of course, that will come with its own separate charge. It'll go through a cellular company, but the fact that you can have that hooked up is amazing. And again, it's prepped and ready to go for it. Now, this dinette does drop down into a bed as well, but remember, folks, it's a pretty small dinette, so therefore, it's gonna make a fairly small bed. Probably not good for an adult. If you have a little one, that you want to bring along, they can drop down right here. It's also good for a young family. When my wife and I went, when my daughter was a lot younger, my middle daughter now, she's 5.5 now, but when we all used to go out, what we'd do is we'd drop the table down and Lumen would actually sleep right here on the table. We'd get a pack and play. We'd take all the cushions off and you have a big flat surface. We'd put the pack and play right up here and then she would sleep there. Now, mind you, she wasn't old enough to crawl out of the pack and play. That's definitely a safety concern. I know most of them are pretty deep, but if your kid's crawling, please don't put them up high. Please don't do it. But otherwise, again, it can, for a newer family, can make a great addition in a smaller camper where you can still get out and really start to enjoy camping. The thermostat right here is for the heat, folks. The AC unit will have all the controls on the AC itself, but this will be for your heat to make sure you're nice and toasty in here. So if you want to get out and do some cold weather camping, again, this unit gives you the availability to do that. And remember, folks, all of that for under $5. And we're talking $4.55 a day. That is an incredible price for what you get. Now, this is a rear bath model. I'll take a seat right here just to kind of show you space. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a little over 210 these days. You can see I have plenty of leg room, also shoulder space, no problem here whatsoever. I can sit here comfortably. I don't feel cramped, nothing to that effect. Over to this side is our sink. You can see right here our sink right there, the vanity top here, so you have some extra space there, as well as an electrical outlet if you need to plug anything in. Storage both up top as well as down below. Normally there is a mirror here. I actually accidentally broke it. I was trying to adjust it and ended up snapping it. So we got that all cleaned up, but there will be a mirror here so you're able to see yourself. Sorry about the damages. You can take that one out of my paycheck. Right up top, you'll see the LED lights. Then if we take a look over to the side, you're able to get around there, Fritz. Sorry, I know it's a little tight. We have a big camera rig. I do want to step in here just to show you, because this is a big one for me. When you're talking about smaller RVs, right, as I mentioned, this one comes in at just over 3,000 pounds dry. Folks, look at this. At 6 foot tall, I can still stand up in here. Now, my head is brushing the ceiling, but that's usually not the case. And something this light, something a little bit smaller like this, you normally have to bend down at 6 foot tall. Here, I have the capability to actually stand up and shower, and I love that. That is a big one for me, big selling point of this particular RV. And again, if you're thinking about getting out there, folks, we talk about doing a little bit more boondocking where you don't have hookup. This one has a 38-gallon fresh tank, 30-gallon gray, 30-gallon black, so it's plenty to be able to get you out there, do what you need to do. If you love this RV and this is the one for you, remember, folks, text RV to 46642 to lock in that price of $4.55 a day. If you like what you see here, but maybe you want something else, maybe you want something a little bit bigger, maybe you want a sofa, right? Maybe you just want a different design altogether. Maybe you don't like the colors. That's great. Here's the thing. We have over 80,000 RVs that are on order that are coming in. We have over 20,000 that are sitting on our lots. What that means, folks, is we will have an RV for you. We have one out for pretty much every lifestyle, every budget, every color, every floor plan, whatever you want, we have something available. And all you have to do to get your hands on them, to be able to lock in the price for here at the show, be able to take advantage of the great pricing we have and make sure that you're going to get something before the camping season, is to text the word FRESH to 46642. And when I talk about the camping season, I do want to talk about this real quick, because a lot of people have a misconception that the camping season, right, is like March to August or September. And yes, while that is the main time everyone goes camping, folks, veteran RVers know that the time to shop for RVs, for your RV supplies, is now. It starts in January, right? That's when you start being able to get everything. If you wait until March, April, May, if you're thinking, oh, I have this big something for Independence Day, for July 4th, we have this big trip planned. If you're not shopping now, chances are you're not going to get the RV you want. Take advantage of the inventory we have coming in before it's gone. Text that word FRESH to 46642 to make sure you're able to get the one that you want. If we take a look over to the kitchen, you'll see the big countertops. Now, what they have done is they give you a bigger sink. You'll see a lot of setups like this when you talk about smaller RVs. Sometimes they'll give you a small sink and a 2-burner, sometimes a bigger sink and a 2-burner. Now, here's my thing, right? For the sinks, I'm kind of an all or nothing guy, right? Like, either give me the small sink and the 2-burner or the big sink and a 3-burner. They kind of went in between, but I don't necessarily dislike it, right? I do like having a bigger sink because I don't want to necessarily do dishes every time I cook. At the end of the day, sure, no problem. But the bigger sink allows me to set some stuff down in there, so I do appreciate that. A high-rise faucet, of course, makes it easier to wash. You'll also see the electrical outlet there, which is a necessity. You'll notice storage underneath. I'll open that up for you so you can see. So you have a spot for some of your pots and pans. Of course, a drawer and furnace right there underneath to, so you have some direct heat to help heat things up. If we take a look up front, you'll notice storage all across the front here as well. So wardrobes on both sides, storage right up across the top there. Electrical outlets on both sides. So if you have a CPAP machine, you have a spot for it, USB ports, in case you want to charge cell phones, tablets, plenty of space there for anything you need to set for a nightstand too. One of the things I really like is if we take a look underneath the mattress, look right here. You have like a little kind of, I don't know, cubby hole or foot locker space, right? So you can kick your shoes off, toss them underneath there as soon as you come in the camper. Maybe you have some slippers you like to wear, you can toss those under there. Maybe even a dirty laundry basket, right? You can put it underneath because look, it's nice and easy to access. You just throw clothes right down in there. And when I lift this up, you can also see it gives you access to the pass-through. So you have multiple different places you're able to access items that you put in that pass-through. So as we come outside here, we can take a look at that pass-through. Come on up front with me and I'll show you. So right here is what I was talking about. So you have this big pass-through you saw when the bed lifted. You have the access to that, and this is a huge pass-through storage space, folks. Again, on something that weighs a little over 3,000 pounds dry. This is not something you normally get. All this space, look how wide that is. You can put in bigger chairs, you can put in bigger grills. This allows you to do that. We talked about doing some boondocking, right? Hooking up where you don't have water, where you don't have power. Chances are you're going to want solar, and this one is prepped for it. So that way you can park it out in the middle of the woods, grab some solar panels, plug it in, it'll trickle charge your battery, you'll be good to go. Up front, you'll see the front end. So one of the things about Ozark, right, this one has the Ascent Package. So what that does is it gives you the nice metal front like we normally have on the Ozark. It's nice and smooth, easy to clean, very durable. But on the side, it goes to fiberglass instead of aluminum. So one of the things I really like about the Ozark is it gives you that option. The Ascent Package here, that fiberglass exterior, again, super easy to clean, nice and lightweight. And again, it just looks absolutely beautiful. Power awning, you'll see the LED light strip on there so that you have light at night. You don't have to buy your separate lights. If we drop down below, show you this real quick. You have a couple steps that roll out here. Those are aluminum with the grips, and you have a grab handle, which makes it nice and easy to get up into the RV or to come back out. Now remember, folks, this is just one of a couple of the different couples RVs we have. We have a ton of couples travel trailers available in stock. We have more coming in. All you need to do to take advantage of the show pricing is text the word FRESH to 46642. Again, this one is the Ozark 1660FQX and is as low as $4.55 a day.